got ourselves Vampire over for the team 1. We got ourselves Malora Pala kind of in the back, waiting to go flying. We got Grundal, looks like he's going to be first up versus Fatal Limit. That's got to be playing that Affliction Warlock. Trying to go for Human Racial with Immortal immediately as the bleeds are rotting down. Grundal is just going to back up out. Fatal Limit actually have to pop defenses here. That's going to be Dark Pack, Self-Heal. And it's still melting to his dots. It's going to ramp up some of the dots. I guess maybe you got one or two of them on Grundal. He got himself a Flesh Cup, but the dots should eventually get him out of stealth and should be able to eat away through the Flesh Cup with the Fatal Limit looking for a bit of a reset, I guess. Bash of the Fatal can't really do much except Human Racial. Trying to get the most amount of dots. Going to be Darkblade joined in. Soul Rod and everything. Drain Life to follow. Grundal will take a bunch of damage. Wall this damage off. Fatal does recover a little bit of health, but still just melting the dots. Also, is going to use Dark Pact in order to try to reduce some of that damage to his health bar. Instead, letting the Absorb Shield of Dark Pact deal with it. Cyclone out of Grun. And he does at least get some sort of CC onto Fatal. Looking for a reset completely. Hope you like dampening. Yeah, this game is definitely going to go into the high dampening as the Feral does not want to give the Warlock any opportunity. But also, I feel like the Feral could have killed Fatal Limit. I feel like if he just waited a little bit longer until the Dark Pack was gone and there was no shield, all the damage to the Hellbar would have been deadly. Because as soon as you get Dark Pack, a lot of your burst every minute goes into that shield. And Fatal isn't worried about their health. Because a lot of it just goes to this extra bonus shield. Fatal literally used this Dark Portal just to catch up, just for mobility. What is going on? He's just trying to see if he can maybe get some dots on the ground down and take him out eventually. At some point, he should be able to do it, right? I imagine he got himself Dark Crystal Hysteria. This is where you want to make sure you have the line inside of the Feral, get him loaded up with dots, maximize the damage together with the Dark Pact, not Dark Pact, but with the Dark Glare, and then rampage those Contagion dots on your enemy, and then the dots themselves might just take him out. Let's Grundal is very, very careful with taking off Agonies. Fatal try to see if he might be able to make someone work with a Fear. Going to be a trick out of Grundal. Eventually, Grundal should be out of options. Normal wall, dotted up, Flesh Cut. Fatal does not play the interrupt. Got himself the Dark Layer. That's going to be potentially dots extended to Grundal. Fear down in the open, still dotted up. Going to be dots reapplied with another drain. Grundal, I think, might be down for the count. Unless he got himself any other healing. Did Fatal get enough damage to make this truly fatal? Or is Grundal going to end up getting a lot of recovery? Barkskin while in bear. Actually, now I'm wondering, is Grundal running the Barkskin Tanky Legendary? I'm wondering. Bash into Fatal. Try to go for a clone. The result chicken is going to keep him rolling. That's going to be still dots rolling onto Grundal. Does he play a Tanky Legendary? Can someone check for me? Grundal is melting. Is this where you're going to go? Is this going to be it? Is this going to be done? Is it? Ah, that goes down. Fatal finally found a way to make it a little bit more fatal. Vampire going to be up next. Mordecai getting sent in directly. Going to be Trinket AMS. As it's going to be a big board. Does Vampire get to grip him back up? Looks like he doesn't. It looks like Fatal's just going to walk away from that AMS for a second. Just try to wait out. Has Dark Glare coming back up in 50 seconds. Dark Pact is available, so he actually has a lot of mobility. Could port if he wants to. Soul Rod. Dark Pact is up. Trying to make some damage after his Vampire. Getting interrupted on Shadow. Going to be a stun to fall. There's going to be a lot of damage for Vampire. Just taking him down. There's literally nothing you can do unless you have a human racial. There's not much you can really do in that situation. Going to be Seavark up next. Over for the team 2. There's a Pandaren trying to go for Mirrors of Torment build versus Vampire. Gonna go for Arcane Explosions. I think he's trying to see if he can build up for missile procs. Literally just trying to max out the missile procs. We're not going to have a lot of dampening here, so Seavark is going to have a lot of that healing reduced quite heavily. Same thing for Vampire. I get to just continue to max out as many explosions as possible. Missiles coming over, it's going to be down. Oh! Just missile barrage of the guy. With a big touch of the Magi to make him take 10% more damage in PvP. X-Spam going to be up next. Seavark is going to have to find a way to just CC him and root him out. Going to be X-Spam going for that Blaze Storm. Does activate himself. Reckless is gone. Reckless is yet again with a banner. Trying to see if he can maximize the damage from Seavark with the Invis. Trying to see if he can disengage away from X-Spam completely. X-Spam picking up the eyes. He wants to maintain as much damage out of that, out of the banner, out of the Recklesses, but I don't think he's going to be able to. Apparently he never picked up the eyes? That's super unfortunate. And that's going to be Seavark trying to see if he can catch up a little bit of mana. He got himself the passive resolve trigger too. Reflect up for X-Spam. Seavark trying to make sure he doesn't get himself reflected. Going to be alter time in case he needs to back up. Got himself missiles, potentially big procs. So it looks like maybe just fishing for procs. I don't know if he was able to get a touch of the Magi onto X-Spam. So I don't know if he was trying to make the most amount of damage here happen or not. Seavark is going for a bit of invis. And it's going to be Mirrors of Torment almost completing. Looks like got interrupted. X-Spam may potentially could get a reflect on the mirrors. That would give him a lot of opportunity to make a play. Otherwise, X-Spam is looking to get himself rooted at some point or another. I think that was reflect just now. It's going to be an opportunity for full mirrors determined with a blade storm. Going to be temporal for Seaverk. Going to have a lot of that heal and reduce it. 37% dampening. X-Men eventually from all these abilities is going to get himself rooted. And the only thing he's trying to hope for is not to get rooted right in front of Seaverk. Seaverk is going to see the fear. X-Men might just get rooted. He's going to go for the blade whirlwind. Got the root early while Seaverk is feared, however. So it's not the worst. Doesn't even get a mount up too. So he was going to be able to reposition. Going to be Seaverk trying to make it so a board happen around the corner. Axie spam keeping himself afloat for now. And see what more Arcane Explosion just trying to keep himself alive. Does get the misses around the corner. Axie spam while mounted. At least he has himself a bit of mobility. Reckless is back up. I don't know how it's like on the banner, but he does have Reckless back up. And Seaverk trying to see if he might be able to get a better angle on him. Flash cut up for spam. Does blink in, but he doesn't get the proper angle of a blink to get a proper immediate interrupt. Reflect is up for spam. Seaverk is just going to end up fire blast himself. Panda Rachel actually does have a Zerk Rage for it. And Seaverk at some point is going to have to go for the ult time to put himself back in the position. X-Men with the Blade Storm does get himself reckless, and potentially could be lots of rage blows, lots of crushing blows. Looks like Seaverk is able to separate away from the guy, keep him slowed as best as he can. 12 minutes in a duel, 44% dampener. And X-Men is a situation where he still has a big defensive for a heal. He does have some reflect, which Seaverk does remove immediately, and that's going to get a slow into X-Spam. Does he have himself a big go potentially? Or is he looking to maybe just rot down X-Spam? It's going to go for Mirrors of the Torment. That's going to give Seaverk a lot of opportunity for big missile procs. X-Spam with a massive defensive has himself big damage with a banner to fall. It's going to be lots and lots of damage. Let's X-Spam with something here. It's going to be done for, and I think maybe touch the Magi. Oh, does he go down? Touch of the Magi still on him. Oh, I was going to say, Seaverk did pop off every cooldown. Touch of the Magi is still waiting. Cooking up some bursts. It's going to be Seaverk blinking away from Lord Pal's stun. And as long as he find a way to stay away from Lord Pale in the stun, he'll be in a fantastic spot. It's going to be Dora Shadows for Seaverk as Lord is turned into a bee. Actually has a mog with like a little bit of yellow to it. So he literally looks like a bee kind of IRL. Or in the game at least. Got himself an interrupt on versus the holy heal of Lord Pala. Ultra time is out for Seaverk. Is going to be able to recover a little bit of health. Got himself the shield. Hammers flying from Lord Pala. Those shields are going to be 50% less effective because of the dampening. Seaverk got himself limited amount of survivability here. Is going to have to be very, very careful when he uses Ice Block. All the time, shields, blinks, everything he can to get himself a little bit of recovery, a little bit of survivability. That's going to help him out a ton. Touch of the Magi, potentially big damage. Milord Palace just trying to see if he might be able to line inside it completely. There's still a bunch of missiles flying in at Milord Palace. Seaverk has got himself a orb and evocation to follow him. Got himself just a little bit extra mana. Touch of the Magi did... What? Huh? What was that? Was that the execute? Did you get a sneak in a barrage in between of that? What was that? Oh my goodness. Huh? Was that a touch of the Magi? What was that? I was surprised, boys. What exactly? Huh? That's what I'm saying. He just died. I don't know what happened. I think he was trying to sneak around and kind of cross between the stairs and the box, and Seaverk saw him with a millipixel and sent a barrage in there as soon as he could. And it just, I guess it just had the fattest crit ever. Didn't even say to touch him. I know, right? As I touched the Magi with a huge delay damage, and just insane animation, or it was a barrage. And Seaverk tried to see if he might be able to survive Digiflex. He doesn't have a lot of health at all. The bet is going to end up getting maybe a little bit of value. Looks like Mirrors of Torment wasn't GJ. It's going to be Panda Rachel Seaverk. Oh, big kill shot. There's nothing you can do at the end. Literally nothing you have left at the end. Kill shot at the end does take him down. And the way that pandas die, it looked like the kill shot literally hit him right in the face. It looked realistic. It was like method acting. It'll look really, really good. Gonna be Jacinta up next as an elemental shaman. Needs to get himself a flame check on the as well as the pet and get as many lava bursts as possible. The fire elemental is actually gonna give Jacinta a lot of lava burst procs. If they can make someone work with that, they'll be a great spot. Needs to use the wall from the earth elemental as soon as possible to give himself some survivability. Manic bandages are up for DJ Flex to find a way to remove it as soon as he can. And the Earth Elemental might be helpful in that. Going to be Flame Shot on Jacinta with a short stun on Digiflex. Knocking it back for a second. The Jacinta have the biggest burst possible. Digiflex just looking for a Aegis. And Aegis absorbing a lot of that damage, but Jacinta breaks through it really quickly. The other Shaman does have a lot of survivability. Can heal. Digiflex is looking for the kill shot procs if he can get any. At all. That's going to be light and lots of way. Digiflex is go down. Earthshock to follow. Granted, Jacinta does go for Eternal Shell. I think Jacinta's over with the dots. Digiflex barely survived that. I know, right, my lord? What happened? What was the last thing that hit you? Was that a barrage? Gonna be a freezing trap for thick Thanos? Yeah, thick Thanos. And a total shield to follow. Yeah, I'm actually really wondering too that, my lord. What happened at the end? I think Thanos trying to see if he might be able to pack it over there. Pack up the bags of Digiflex, maybe take him out. I'm into follow Blade Dance. I think it's over. Digiflex with a fake death. Stun to follow. Wait, this man. What the? Oh! What happened there? That was a fatty kill shot. Not gonna lie. Chilpa's just dropping down the big pets. It's gonna be a bomb. There's nothing. Nothing to stop this man. Digiflex wasn't even gonna mess with it. It's like, I'm out. Alright, boys. Let's get another going. Yeah, we gotta get the Team Night King another chance in these duels, boys. That was ridiculous. You want one for Ali? Let's get Team Chicago if we can get a +1 alliance, yeah?